And I saw the key holders and the guards of the gates of hell standing, as large as serpents, with their faces like lamps that have been extinguished, and their eyes of flame, and their teeth naked down to their breasts. And I said to their faces, It would have been better if I had not seen you, nor heard about your activities, nor that any member of my tribe had been brought to you. To what a small extent they have sinned in this life, but in the eternal life they will suffer forever. And I ascended to the east, into the paradise of Eden, where rest is prepared for the righteous. And it is open as far as the third heaven, but it is closed off from this world. And the guards are appointed at the very large gates to the east of the sun, angels of flame, singing victory songs, never silent, rejoicing at the arrival of the righteous. When the last one arrives, he will bring out Adam, together with the ancestors, and he will bring them in there, so that they may be filled with joy. Just as a person invites his best friends to have dinner with him, they arrive with joy. And they talk together in front of that man's palace, waiting with joyful anticipation to have dinner with delightful enjoyments and riches that cannot be measured, and joy and happiness in eternal light and life. And I say to you, my children, happy is the person who reverences the name of the Lord, and who serves in front of his face always, and who organizes his gifts with fear, offerings of life, and who in this life lives and dies correctly. Happy is he who carries out righteous judgment, nor for the sake of payment, but for justice, not expecting anything whatsoever as a result, and the result will be that judgment without favoritism will follow for him. Happy is he who clothes the naked with his garment, and to the hungry gives bread. Happy is he who judges righteous judgment for orphan and widow, and who helps anyone who has been treated unjustly. Happy is he who turns aside from the secular path of this vain world and walks in the right paths, and who lives that life which is without end. Happy is he who sows right seed, for he shall harvest sevenfold. Happy is he in whom is the truth, so that he may speak the truth to his neighbor. Happy is he who has compassion on his lips and gentleness in his heart. Happy is he who understands all the works of the Lord performed by the Lord, and glorifies him. For the works of the Lord are right, but the works of mankind, some are good, but others are evil, and by their works those who speak lying blasphemies are recognized. I, my children, in every just deed and every just decree and every just decision I have checked out and written down, just as the Lord commanded me. And in all these things I discovered differences. For just as 1 year is more honorable than another year, so one person is more honorable than another person. Some because of much property, some again because of wisdom of heart, some again because of singular intelligence, some again because of craftiness, some again because of silence of the lips, some again because of purity, some again because of strength, some again because of handsome appearance, some again because of youth, some again because of a penetrating mind, some again of bodily appearance, some again because of abundant feelings. Even though these sayings are heard on every side, nevertheless there is no one better than he who fears God. He will be the most glorious in that age. The Lord with his own 2 hands created mankind in a facsimile of his own face. Both small and great the Lord created them. And whoever insults a person's face insults the face of a king, and treats the face of the Lord with repugnance. He who treats with contempt the face of any person treats the face of the Lord with contempt. He who expresses anger to any person without provocation will reap anger in the great judgment. He who spits on any person's face insultingly will reap the same at the Lord's great judgment. Happy is the person who does not direct his heart with malice toward any person, but who helps the offended and the condemned, and lifts up those who have been crushed, and shows compassion on the needy. Because on the day of the great judgment, every weight and every measure and every set of scales will be just as they are in the market, That is to say, each will be weighed in the balance, and each will stand in the market, and each will find out his own measure, and in accordance with that measurement, each shall receive his own reward. If anyone is prompt in performing a good oblation in front of the face of the Lord, then the Lord also will be prompt to accept it on his account, and he will not perform righteous judgment for him. If anyone makes lamps numerous in front of the face of the Lord, then the Lord will make his treasure stores numerous in the highest kingdom. Does the Lord demand bread or lamps or sheep or oxen or any kind of sacrifices at all? That is nothing. But he, God, demands pure hearts, and by means of all those things he tests people's hearts. Listen, my people, and give heed to the utterance of my lips. If to an earthly king someone would bring some kind of gifts, if he is thinking treachery in his heart, and the king perceives it, will he not be angry with him? And will he not spurn his gifts? And will he not hand him over for judgment? If any person seduces another person into untruth by fair speech, but his heart is evil, will he not be conscious of his treachery of the heart? And will not he judge himself in himself, whether or not his judgment be true? How his untruthfulness is obvious to everyone? And when the Lord sends out the great light, in that light there will be true judgment, without favoritism, for true and untrue alike, and no one will be able to hide himself then. And now, my children, place the thought on your hearts, and give heed to the sayings of your Father, which I am making known to you from the lips of the Lord. And receive these books in your Father's handwriting, and read them, for the books are many, and in them you will learn all the deeds of the Lord. There have been many books since the beginning of creation, and there will be until the end of the age, but not one of them will make things as plain to you as the books in my handwriting. If you hold on firmly to them, you will not sin against the Lord. For there is no other besides the Lord, neither in heaven, nor on the earth, nor in the deepest places, nor in the one foundation. The Lord is the one who laid the foundation upon the unknown things, and he is the one who spread out the heavens above the visible and invisible things. And the earth he solidified above the waters, and the waters he based upon the unfixed things. And he alone created the uncountable creatures. And he is it who counted the dusts of the earth, or the sand of the sea, or the drops of rain, or the dew of the clouds, or the blowing of the wind. Who is it who has plaited the land and the sea together with indissoluble bond, and cut the stars out of fire, and decorated the sky, and put in the midst of them the sun, so that he might travel along the 7 celestial circles, which are appointed with 182 thrones, so that he might descend to the shortest day, and once more 182, so that he might descend to the longest day. He also has 2 great thrones, where he pauses when he turns around in his direction and in the other direction, higher than the lunar thrones. From the month Sivan, from the 17th day, he descends until the month Thebed, and from the 17th day of Thebed he ascends. And in this way the sun moves along all the celestial circles. When he comes close to the earth, then the earth is merry and makes its fruit grow. But when he goes away, the earth laments, and the trees and all the fruits have no productivity. And this is by measurement, and by the most precise measurement of the hours. He fixed it by measure, by his own wisdom. That is, everything visible and invisible. From the invisible things and visible things he created all the visible things, and he himself is invisible. Thus I am making it known to you, my children, and you must hand over the books to your children, and throughout all your generations, and to your relatives, and among all nations who are discerning, so that they may fear God, and so that they may accept them, and they will be more enjoyable than any delightful food on earth. And they will read them and adhere to them. But those who are undiscerning and who do not understand the Lord neither fear God nor accept them, but renounce them, and regard themselves as burdened by them, a terrible judgment is awaiting them. Happy is the person who puts their yoke on and carries it around, for he will plow on the day of the great judgment. For I am swearing to you, my children, but look, I am not swearing by any oath at all, neither by heaven, nor by earth, nor by any other creature which the Lord created. For the Lord said, there is no oath in me, nor any unrighteousness, but only truth.